it reminds me of like Batman Arkham Knight, and when the Joker is like the Joker personality is like consuming Batman's body, and so Batman is trying to fight the Joker personality within him, and he's going through all these things or whatever of when the Joker died. And they were like, all the people, they were like, oh my God, I'm glad he's dead. They're like laughing. They're like, oh my God, let's celebrate Joker Die Day and all this other stuff. And that was what it reminded me of. And it, in the game is like, well, the Joker was a bad guy. Like, he killed people. But like with Kevin Samuels, it's like, why are you congratulating somebody's death? Like, what type of person are you to congratulate him because you had the biggest disagreement with him? What's up, guys? Welcome to the Quest of the Future Messiahs, or QFM. Once again, please follow us on Instagram on Quest of the Messiah. And again, we got your main man, Giffy Messiah. And go ahead, guys, introduce yourselves again,
guys?
man.
It is Kendall, aka Kenny J. I'm out here. What's up, guys? QFM.
Professor X here, you already know.
21, man. How you feel, man? How you feel being 21 now?
Feels pretty good, man. Feels different.
Must be nice.
So how is it different that, like, that you're 21? Because there's a lot of things that are going on since, like, these past 2 weeks. So,
I mean, I can drink now.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Besides that,
I can buy a drink. I went to Sheets. I went to Sheets the night I turned 21, and I was expecting to be carded. Dude didn't even card me.
Oh,
I was
wow.
disappointed, bro.
no snitching. I just,
Do you think like it feels a little bit different now because now you have the access to do certain things that you couldn't do when like you was 20 or 19? Because like I think it's the same thing. So when you turn 18, you can do like certain things, and then when you get to that next level of 21, then you can do like more things, but not everything. Then when you turn 25, then you have the chance to like actually like rent something out, like a hotel or Airbnb or something like that. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it does feel different, but I mean, I haven't really done much since from 18 to 21, so it's like pretty much the same stuff I do.
It was very liberating, and then, like, the first time I felt, like, traumatized, like, drinking beer at, like, a family event, and my mom was looking at me. I'm like, well, can I drink this? And she was like, yeah, you're 21. I'm like, okay, But a lot of things have happened. Again, congratulations to my brother. He graduated from ECU with his bachelor's. I'm really proud of him. Shout out Dom, I was crying. I was like, it was like seeing your little brother go. I'm like, bye, man, But it's also my nephew's birthday today. He was supposed to come, but he's with his mom and his dad, of course.
Okay.
But happy birthday, Amar. I love you a lot. But yeah, so there's
Actually, shout out to all the class of 2022.
Facts.
You made a big achievement, graduating something like college. That's a big achievement. Don't downplay it. That's something pretty big.
Yeah.
A lot of people end up dropping out and doing, their thing. But, graduating like college and then either you're deciding to go into that next level, getting your master's or PhD, that's like big as well. So,
yeah.
Congratulations to all you. Shout out Cuzzo, Christian.
Facts.
Shout
Shout
out
out
my
to
sister.
everybody. Oh, did she graduate too?
Yeah, she did.
From where?
From here.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Oh, dang. That's crazy. It's just really crazy, like, before we get to our main subject, there's just, like, it's the summertime, and, like, we finally survived this semester for those who are still in school. And yeah, so, not to switch gears and not to switch, the atmosphere, but I feel like this is something that really needs to be talked about. So, there was someone, and he's kind of like a marriage relationship guru. His name is Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace to him. And to some people, he was the main villain of their story. And to other people, he was a really big role model and a hero to them. And so, guys, like, what is your opinion on the reaction of his death? And again, we respect the dead, and I respect him a lot. So, rest in peace to him.
Yeah. When I found out when he died was I was chilling in my cousin's place, and like he was telling me he saw it from this article that came up saying that he died pretty much. At first I was kind of like thrown back, and I was like, what? Because it was like unexpected and everything. So I called a few of my friends to tell them about like what happened and whatnot, and it was just kind of crazy. Like it kind of just like hit me because I would watch him, you know, from time to time, and it was just like one of those things where he was starting to like dial down because like most people got the message of what he was trying to say, but I think he definitely like left an impact on the world for like millions of people to be inspired by him. Like yes, his you know his views and like the way he did things was kind of a big much, but I think like his heart was
In the right place.
in the right place because he wanted everybody, especially in the black community, to like improve or like become their best selves. And stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes we need to like hear like uncomfortable truths instead of comfortable lies.
Ooh. Talk to him. That was good right there. How about you, Professor X, man? How you feel? Because you put me on to him. You post, not to him, but like him dying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I saw it on your story, and I was like, oh, my God. What the heck? And I just saw it on the news, so.
I had reposted it because I saw it on his story.
Oh, wow.
Like,
We just switched. We just.
I saw it on his story. I was like, dang, that's crazy. And then I had looked it up to see if it was like on TMZ or something like that.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, so I was like, I wonder if it's true or not.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely crazy. Like I saw on Twitter, I was scrolling through, and I saw like women congratulating that he died or something.
That's
like that.
crazy.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
messed up.
That hurt me a lot because, like, it reminds me of, like, Batman Arkham Knight. And when, you know, the Joker is, like, the Joker personality is, like, consuming Batman's body. And so Batman is trying to fight the Joker personality within him. And he's going through all these things or whatever of when the Joker died. And they were like, all the, like, the people, they were like, oh, my God, I'm glad he's dead. They're, like, laughing. They're like, oh, my God, let's celebrate Joker Die Day and all this other stuff. And that was what it reminded me of. And it, you know, in the game is like, well, the Joker was a bad guy. Like, he killed people. But, like, with Kevin Samuels, it's like, why are you congratulating somebody's death? Like, what type of person are you to congratulate him because you have the biggest disagreement with him? You get what I mean? And so what happens is that today is we're becoming very sensitive to the point where we don't have no respect on what we say, and we're too emotional, and we don't know how to take the meat from the bone. Shout out to Dom, because he always says this. And it's like what people don't understand is, and I do agree, like there's some things that I may have disagreed with because some of his methods were not always problem to the solution type of perspective. It was always, it was mostly bashful. But what you got to realize is when you're dealing with people that are not trying to gain an understanding, but they're trying to be combative, it don't make sense. You're trying to be combative on what he's saying. As a result, he's being combative back. So what's the point of me trying to find a solution for you if you're not coming here for a solution?
Definitely.
So it's like you are coming to him, and he gave you that privilege for you to even come on the platform. You get what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like, if you wish him dead, wish every rapper who's doing the same thing dead. Wish every rapper who said anything disrespectful to a female, wish them dead first before you wish him dead. Because people are saying, oh, that's a universe saying that, or that's a universe coming to punish him or something like that. No, it was not. He was teaching people how to be more respectful to themselves, how to be more realistic with themselves, how to take accountability. That's what he was teaching them. And it wasn't to a limit to where, like I've seen some to where they were going at him, and he was like, what are you doing? And there were some to where, he was being patient with them. He was like, look, man, you got 4 kids, and there's something going on. You need to go to therapy. This person is going to these people every day. I don't know. I'm going to look up the motivational speaker. You know what I'm talking about? His name is Eric. Is it Eric Gardner or something?
Eric Gardner.
He's a black motivational speaker.
I don't think that's his name. Eric Gardner was the one that died from the police.
Okay.
That was like.
Do you know what I'm talking about, though? He's black, kind of chubby. He said, when you know the best time to get an alligator when he already ate, because he's lazy. You get what I mean? I forgot who it was, but it just don't make sense because you're coming over here. My bad. You're coming over here and you're disrespecting somebody that came up to you, that literally gave you the time, that literally gave you the platform for you to even talk out your issues.
Yeah.
But now you're praising him? You're praising his death? Like just imagine, what if that was your brother? What if that was your father that you love dearly, and all these people are praising him, that are praising his death? That
That's a
was
little messed up.
crazy.
I remember one time this girl that was talking to him and debating him about like certain things about like feminism and all this stuff, and like he went in on this girl too, you know.
What do you say?
Basically, she was just
Eric Thomas.
she was saying like things like she wanted a man to like do certain things for her, but she didn't really like fit the mold of what that guy actually wanted, you know. So let's say, for example, like you couldn't expect somebody to accept you while they're in their incline while you're on your decline. You know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and I mean, I think she was doing good. It was just that she had a skewed mindset of like, what she wanted in a man. So like, of course, obviously they didn't like agree with things, but when he died, a random person DM'd her on Instagram, and they said, "Are you happy that he's dead?" And she was like, "No." Like, what? Like, who says that? You know what I'm saying? So you're telling me that even a person who like disagreed with his views and like went in on you, like that was debatably unnecessary, but even that person was not even happy that a person died.
Yeah.
Like somebody died, like a father, a brother, an uncle,
son.
a son. They died. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that it's sad that when we come into society, we're celebrating for people's death that we didn't like agree on, and they're just views and whatnot.
And the thing is, too, is like, this is what Eric Thomas said, and he's a very powerful motivational speaker. And he did a motivational speech at a school, and there was kids that were like being disrespectful to him while he was preaching or while he was saying his speech. And he said, "Why are you being disrespectful to me? I'm doing something for you that's going to help you for free."
Facts.
If it was a rapper, because like now we're in these, we worship these celebrity as deities type of era now. We rather look at them instead of looking at people who can talk to common people without any pay. No pay. But yeah, you want to worship people that will probably ask you $500 for a meat or something. Like, that's crazy. And then they say worse things about you than the person that's actually coming up and helping you. So he said, "Why are you disrespecting me?" But if it was like someone like Migos here or something, or like a rapper, a popular rapper, you would have been quiet. But they're not helping you. They may entertaining you, and no offense to them because that's their job, but they're not helping you. They're entertaining you. They're not providing you knowledge. This person's providing you knowledge about relationships, about what you need to be. And he doesn't get on only women. He gets on men as well. And that's really what it is. It's just taking the meat from the bone and being able to process that. And I just think it's sad that we praise all these things and we praise all this stuff like that. And they say, like, do you think he was being, like, have you watched his videos?
Like, dude, do you think
Do you
thought
think he was
extra,
being bashful? Yeah.
To an extent, yeah, but because it just depends on how people take what he's putting down.
Yeah.
So, like, there was one video that I saw. He was talking to a guy on the call or whatnot, and he was like, "How tall are you?" And he was like 5'6", and he was like, "How much do you weigh?" Dude sounded like he was about to start crying. And then he was like, "So you're probably about like 200?" And he was like, "Yeah." He was like, "So you're fat?"
Oh, wow.
Then the clip ended. I was like, "That's crazy."
But the thing is also is, was you guys going to say something?
No.
But the thing also, I was about to say, I was like, okay. Now, but the thing also is, like, people judge things by clips from TikTok. This is what I hate about TikTok. You get a simple clip, and that's like the first source information for everybody. No. The thing is that you got to actually look at the video. Hey, let me see the video first. Like this girl with the Ben Shapiro situation, I've said this before. One of my friends said that, oh my God, he said this. I said, did you look at the clip first? Not the TikTok clip, the whole entire thing. You got to look at what happened before, what happened after. You got to look at these things. Like every story, it has a beginning, middle, and end. We don't look at the story from the middle. We don't look at the story from the end. We look at the beginning, middle, and end. That's how things are. So you can't just sit here and get a whole story or make up one story based off of a clip. Are the clips funny? Do they increase in traction? Yes. But the whole point of a clip is so that person can look at the original video. That's why clips are there. That's why the podcast that we have, that's why you have clips, because it's interesting, increases traction. But that's not the whole story of what we were saying in that video. And it sucks because you're praising somebody because of what they said. And then people are like, oh. And then also, and this is especially for the black community, have respect for your elders. Regardless of what they say, have respect for your elders. Respect them as an adult. If you want to be disrespectful, that's fine. People want to be like, oh, black this and black this. But when it becomes this stuff that is hard, it's hard because your emotions might get in the way or your logic might not be the same as theirs. It's hard. It's easy when you agree with them. It's easy when we all have the same cause, such as the Black Lives Matter when George Floyd died. It was easy. It was easy. Rest in peace to them. It was easy because we all had a common cause. But when everyone has a different cause from everything, it's hard because we can't relate. But what you got to realize is, like, there's some times where, and if you don't like listen to them, move back from the situation. You don't have to listen to him. If you didn't think that he was a good role model, and there was times where, like, I was like, look, I'm tired of hearing this. Let me move back. Not disrespecting his message, but I have my own. I don't want to hear that right now. That message may not be for me right now. So you have to move back from it. You get what I mean? That's your decision. You have your decision to turn your phone off. You have the decision to do whatever you want.
I think it's also good because a lot of people tune into what he had to say because he had that experience.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because he was like, what, 56, I
Yep.
believe? 57, my bad. So, yeah, he was 57 years old, and it was just like the way that he looked, the way he presented himself. It looked like he had something that he had to say. And it wasn't like BS or nothing. It was like actually truth behind it. He gave like that father figure or like that Uncle Phil type of vibe to it. This man had like experience and he'd been through some stuff. So he was kind of like the old head that was trying to give you some advice and like words of wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think that like he's done a lot for like the black community. And to add on to what you were saying about how like when you hear a message, I think that like some things in the sphere of like where we view things, I think like a lot of stuff is necessary. Like we need to see it. However, I don't think that once you get the message, I think it's best to like back away from it instead of like overloading on it, because then it can like skew your mindset of like how you view things. So I can say that like for somebody who views Kevin Samuels and watched him like constantly, you have the self-improvement. You see him bashing women, and then you have like the other side of him where he's just like doing a bunch of extra stuff too. It's one thing to like watch somebody and listen to him and be like, yeah, I just like watching him at the end of the day. But like when you take too much of information from what somebody has to say off of their channel, like with Kevin Samuels or the Manosphere, Red Pill, or Ben Shapiro, then I feel like it can like really mess with your mindset and like divide you from like what you actually think. That's
your
why
own views.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's best to like have an independent mindset to view things. Like it's good to view them, but like also like be an independent thinker.
And also as well too, you know, and right now the manosphere is getting very popular now than before. And the thing is that with these people, they come up to them, right? And they get mad when they disagree with it. Mind you, if you're in a good relationship, because he's a marriage/relationship guru, right? That's why most people go there, is to talk about their relationships. If your relationship is good, and it doesn't need to apply to you. It doesn't. If your relationship dynamic is strong, what's the point of even listen to it? It's not for you. They try to apply it. As a result, it ends up not working because it's something that they disagree with. These are people that are single, not really people that are in relationships. You get what I mean? So when you're getting someone else's viewpoint, it may not work in your relationship, and that's okay. You see what I'm saying? If you feel like it doesn't apply, if you feel like your relationship is working, that's one of the reasons why you move back, is when your relationship is working, you move back. Because that's not your dynamic. I asked my mom about it. I said, Ma, how you feel about this? She was like, I don't know what that is. I was mad at first because I'm like, Ma, like, let's have a constructive conversation. But then I realized, frankly, respectfully, why the fuck does she need to know this for? She's in a good marriage. She has a man. Why the fuck does she need to know this for? Why? You get what I mean? Why does she need to know this for if she's been in marriage for I don't know how long and they're doing good? Why is that?
Quick question. So, do you believe that like some marriages or just relationships in general need to be tested, even though there's nothing wrong with it? I asked that because
No, because when you're purposely, for me at least, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. Some people do that. I don't do all that test stuff. I don't do that because it's like the main reason why you do the test is getting a result that you want.
Yeah.
And then when you don't get it, you're mad. That don't make sense. I don't. We already got too much problems that's going to come outside of the relationship. Why am I going to put more problems into the relationship? Not to get off track, but
yeah.
I feel as if, why would you, I don't try to create problems. I like to solve problems. I don't try to create problems. If I feel like I created a problem, I'm going to solve it right before you probably know it, or we can solve it together. But I'm not going to sit here and create problems for out of nowhere, out of nothing.
What do you mean by like testing?
I asked that because like I saw this show on Netflix, and it was where like these married couples were together for about 5 years or something, and they did this show where they would test their love by going out and dealing with some other person within that relationship. So let's say that
is it where they switch couples?
Yeah, when they switch couples, basically. So to like test their love. Honestly, I thought that was kind of like dumb, because if they were in a good relationship, as they said they were, why do they need to like go out and like test it? You know what I'm saying? Because weird. Like definitely, what if those 5 months or however they were together for, what if something happens in between that end? We can't control how we feel.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like I feel like the test should automatically come by the universe, by like just maybe spiritual, but by whatever it throws at you. Not by you planting it. You get what I mean? You should, if something happens, it shouldn't happen because of you. It should happen, randomly or whatever, because random stuff is going to happen.
True.
I don't want to have to think, oh, yeah, this person's going to create a problem for me when I get home. I don't want to have to think that. You shouldn't be in that thing to where, but if you ask for advice, like, hey, like coming back to this topic, if you're going back to him and be like, hey, Kevin Samuels, I have advice or whatever. There was a 24-year-old. She was a better listener than most middle-aged women that were on there. You get what I mean? Because there are some women that are actually, hey, Kevin Samuels, I have an opinion on something, blah, blah, blah. He was being very gentle with her. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, if you come, like when you coming at I'm not gonna say an OG, but when you coming at somebody that has a lot of wisdom, you gotta come with respect, regardless of any type of situation. If you look at this person as someone that has a little bit of wisdom in their heart, in their mind, you should come with respect. You should never come as combative. You get what I mean? And so if you're coming as combative, they're gonna come combative right at you back. And I understand when they hear something all the time, that's automatically going to be their assumption. So just playing devil's advocate, if I'm contributing the same behavior to this particular person and they handle the same way because that's what they're used to. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, I hear it all the time. Yeah, but you don't know my reason, because everybody's reasons may be different, similar, or whatever. You get what I mean? So like, again, I just feel like it's sad in this. And again, like, this is why, I want to make this platform is for us to be really understanding about the world around us and how to deal with it properly, or in our case, in our eyes, because if we're not dealing with it properly, we're going to become too emotional. We're not going to know how to handle situations, and we're not going to know how to take the meat from the bone and be positive. That's really what that is, So, and he was one of the people that really stepped up and was talking to people almost every day. That could be draining after a while. Talking to people every day about the same stuff, that could be draining. You get what I mean? But the one thing that I'd like to say is he was definitely a blessing to, I'm not saying this because I'm trying to be on a bandwagon or nothing. This is just how I felt. I may have disagreed with some of the methods that he had, but I know he had a good heart. Just imagine about the YouTubers that he was with. Shout out to MTR or Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. Do you know him?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was talking about him. He was about to cry. And you could see how genuine people, the genuine love that he had for him. You get what I mean? So it's hard to see your own black people doing this. That's hard. That's really hard, So, yeah, and
I believe Kevin Samuels said that he had like cancer in the interview or something like that.
yeah.
And
For no jumper.
yeah, I don't know if it was for no jumper or not, but I think I saw it in an interview. And then he said he doesn't do it to like belittle people and for lasting good. He's just actually out here trying to help people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And also, like, and some people were like, oh, well, he had cancer, so he didn't care. What? Some people are saying, like, he had cancer, or the fact of, like, he got to what, it was kind of seeming like, he got what was coming to him. That's very disrespectful. Because you're judging and you're not looking at the motive on why he does these things. You're just automatically assuming. And that's something I don't like either. Because this person, it don't make sense. You get what I mean? Some person may classify him as maybe a dickhead or whatever, or someone that is a jerk or whatever. But mostly the dickheads have the best intentions. Good intentions. They may be bashful to you. I'm being honest. But I'm trying to be good right here. No, but at the end of the day, it's like they have the best intentions and they are willing to help you, but just how they carry it, how the message may be perceived by you may be the worst. It may be thinking the worst, but you got to look at the message on what they're doing for you. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely understand.
So, but yeah, but again, like Kevin Samuels, rest in peace to you. You was definitely a role model to a lot of people, especially to me, especially to KJ, especially to Professor X, and whoever's listened to this, his family, you have my condolences. Does anyone else have their, final thoughts?
Yeah, long story short, rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. You've done a lot for people. You've gotten a lot of people married, actually. And, nobody really, talks about that. But you've really done, a lot of good things in the community, and you will be missed. So,
yeah.
Rest in power.
Rest in peace, Kevin.
And once again, again, our YouTube is Quest of the Future Messiahs. Please subscribe to us. And also, once again, our Instagram is Quest of the Messiah. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for listening. Have a good summer, guys.
Peace.
Peace out.